Hello, welcome to the Powerful Marketing Tips podcast. Today we are here with Laura again. Hi.
Hi.
And we are really inspired about one of the events that we recently hosted in a collaboration with a Chamber of Commerce in Latvia, Riga. And that was really inspiring because we talked about marketing mistakes in exporting there. There were around 30 different small and medium-sized companies, even a few of them were pretty big organizations. And that was truly inspiring discussion. So what was your, first takeaway that comes to your mind like that from that event? Because there were too many of these, probably.
It was a great event, and the topic was, marketing mistakes in exporting. And it was very fascinating to hear, like, from Estonian companies and also from Latvian companies. And I feel like the more you hear about those different stories, the more you realize that we are all the same, pretty much. We all have those same struggles, and we think that someone out there, has this magical answer or has this, magic wand that will open all the doors. But actually, no, you need something else.
Yeah, that's the hard part, actually, because no one is expecting you on the market. It's what's in it for them. Why should they care if you go to any market? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
so,
even your home market.
Exactly. So, okay, very good. You have this great product, great service, but why should I collaborate with you? Why should I choose your products?
Yeah.
Because there are so many opportunities, especially nowadays, online, offline. So why should I care is the first question. And I think that's the hardest to answer.
It is, yeah, because, people are busy with their own lives. They don't need another product. They don't need another service. But if you can really understand who your target audience is and what are their typical pain points and how you can make their lives easier, better, give them something extra so that it's valuable to them, not just, I have to give you some money, but they receive that value, then you can, I think, go to any market if you have the right, network and connections and how those markets work.
So first of all, start with the problem. Is there a problem?
Yes.
If there's no need around your product or service, I would say don't go there, right? You're just wasting your time, money, resources, and everything pretty much.
Yeah, and overcomplicate it. And that because I think some people are in this product design mode for years and years and years, but maybe there's not even a need for that. So can you somehow test it very quickly on the market? Is there a need for it or not?
So have something minimal viable and try to test it out. But of course, you can't just go out there, through ads or through social media to start testing. You should have somebody locally who you trust and who can give you your feedback, right? So for that, we would really recommend to, collaborate with organizations like Chamber of Commerce, or probably in any country, there are those local networks, right? Business hubs, maybe, or how you call them. But in our experience is that collaborating with Chamber of Commerce is very good because they have their own authority on the marketplace already. Usually they have very solid members already who are active. So I would say it's pretty good approach on any market.
Absolutely, yeah. And even if you don't have, for example, access to that Chamber of Commerce for some reason, you can even start with how you started in Spain, Googling, what are the local networking groups in Spain, in my area, that speak English? And then you will at least have, some other entrepreneurs.
Inside information.
Who can share, okay, where should I go to find answers to this question? Who should I contact? Because if you go through people, then it's gonna be easier to get access to different experts who you would maybe even find by Googling.
Yeah.
You can save a lot of money and time after that.
Because people work with people, not with companies. So if you have whatever product or whatever service you may have, and you're thinking, oh yeah, it's great to tell you that, or it's easy for us to say that go out and just test it, but maybe you don't have these connections. Well, if you just go and Google some networks, you can already find people who can probably help you. And the best way to start is, for example, if you you have a service, then you can offer it for free for somebody. For example, try my service, for, 1 day or for a few hours, and just give me your honest feedback, right? How do you feel? And same goes with the products. So just go out there and just offer that for free if you get, some feedback.
And then you can get also social proof.
Yep, which is very much needed, especially now where there's a huge trust issue, I would say, in the marketplace, because nobody trusts nobody. Let's be honest. You don't trust the phone calls. There's scammers. You don't trust emails, too overwhelming. Also scammers. Social media, again, too overwhelming. And, algorithms just don't show you enough and so on. And also people are leaving social media, which is a huge thing right now. What we have been, what we see in practice as well.
Yeah.
So just put yourself out there and go out there and seek for these people who can really, provide some valuable feedback.
Yeah. And if you don't, for example, have that authority in that local market yet, or that export market, then I think another great tip is to, borrow it. So either you go host event together with someone, for example, what we did with the Latvian Chamber of Commerce, so that Latvian Chamber of Commerce has that authority among Latvian businesses. And when you go there, then you automatically also get that authority because you are, at a legit place and doing an actual thing. So collaboration, definitely an important thing to remember here.
Of course, you should provide value, right?
Yes.
So if you don't have this value, then it's harder.
True.
So you should first start building that. And again, it circles back to the problem, right? You should first understand what is the problem in the marketplace, or what is the pain point for the specific target group or groups that you are after yourself with your products and services. Yeah. So with an expert, I would say it's pretty much the same, as your own market. Of course, you have this, your own market better. And with the expert, you just first start to getting to know the marketplace and the people and their pain points and the problems. And then you start, putting yourself out there. But pretty much the journey is still the same.
You copy and paste everything you do in your local market.
No, please don't do that. because people are still different. There are cultural differences for sure. And also what happens, it's very easy to, let's say, translate with AI, but a lot of mess can happen. Yeah. I know it happened in Estonia, but I don't know if we have a good example in English to add here.
Yeah, I mean, AI can give you the correct translation of words, but sometimes it totally misses the context.
Yeah, and that could be very bad.
Yeah, and also this cultural aspect, for example, in some cultures that are more different, then it may be even not perceived the right way if you are going there, but they may want to have someone from their culture to represent that idea. So again, do your research and understand, for example, how well that export market takes English speaking, pitches and the companies and so on. And maybe you need to have more of a presence first, a local team who can really be the face of it, and you can just be, secretly behind it.
Yeah, that's a good point, because on that event in Latvia, what we did, different companies shared their marketing mistakes, experiences. And that is quite important that came out, that for one company who is in tourism sector themselves, they were not able to enter a new market without having their own person there. And the target market was Japan. Yeah. So it might be maybe easier, let's say, with a country next to your country, which is, more close to you in culture and everything. But if you go, let's say, from the States to Japan, or from Europe to Japan, it's a different story for sure.
Exactly.
You should have your own men there, or women.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else we want to add? I'm just checking. With when it comes to the exporting and mistakes. Of course, the legal aspect also that you should keep in mind. And what was the experience that we got from there was that you shouldn't go for the expensive consultants, right? Because there's a lot of things you can do, through this target market official channels, right? So you might end up paying, 50,000 for having a patented brand name for the consultant, or you might find another way through the official channels yourself. So just be very mindful and aware of what kind of help do you actually need, and what are the official channels that can pretty much help you with the same things.
Yeah, and I would say that another tip that came out of all of those presentations was to hurry slowly. Because if you jump right into action, then of course you're going to make mistakes anyway. If it's like a new thing you haven't tried before, it's part of the journey to make mistakes. But just some mistakes can be more expensive than others. And if you hurry slowly and actually focus on like research and getting that network like established first, it's going to be a lot easier than having to, like go all in, then have to change everything, rebrand everything. And there's a lot of mess that can happen if you're too hasty to jump into action.
Yes. So know your audience and make sure to connect with the right people, with the right organizations, do your homework and hurry slowly.
Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in, and we will continue this discussion inside the Powerful Marketers Hub.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.